Hey everybody, I was not planning on doing a video today, but something just occurred. Thought I'd share it, and kind of makes me feel guilty. Hold on, let me see if I can. Yeah, so it's about 11:05 Central Time. I'm chilling out down by the river, and this is a beautiful area, and it attracts all types of people. So you know, when you come here every day and pretty much chill out, and you kind of know who's who. You don't know them by name, but you know who's not going to bother you, and this, that, and the other thing. So I saw a gentleman ride by on a bicycle, and I see him kind of looking at me and looking. He kind of looked a little bit jacked up a little bit, and so I see him. So I'm always on high alert for just whatever. So I see him ride around. He kind of did a loop, looked at me. Then I see him go by and does another loop on the other side, and I can kind of sense that I think this guy wants to approach me. So I'm like, all right, I'm on high alert now. I have my semi weapon of self-defense prepared now, because I made it prepared. And then I'm looking around, I'm thinking, I'm saying to myself, please don't let what I think could happen. So then I'm looking in my driver's mirror, side mirror here, and I see the guy approaching, and I see him kind of waving to me, and I'm thinking, you know, is this it? Am I going to get jacked here? Or, you know, what's going on? I say jacked, carjacked, in case you're not familiar with my lingo. So I'm thinking I probably shouldn't do this, but I cracked the window literally just 2 inches maybe. And I'm like, what's up? And I guess he felt a little offended, maybe. He didn't, just by his facial expression. And he's trying to ask me for a little bit of money. And literally, that's all I have is a little bit of money until Friday. So, and I told him, hey, we're kind of in the same boat here, my friend. I said, I'm just trying to make it to Friday. And then he says to me, he goes, do you have any water? And I do have a little bit of water, and I found one bottle that looked like I may have taken one tiny sip out of it. It was kind of a full bottle. And so I handed it to him, and I said, this is all I got, my friend. I'm sorry, you know. So and he seemed appreciative. Then I realized, I remembered I had one that was semi-cold in a little cooler next to me. So I said, here, let me give you this one. So I gave him the one that was cooler, and it was actually considerably cooler than the one I gave him, and that was an unopened bottle. So I felt better, and then I remembered, like, man, I'm thinking to myself, man, it's cool to be safe, but sometimes you feel bad when you diagnose somebody just trying to stay alive, right? So I've been there. I know that. So I remembered I had some of these. I'll show you here real quick. I bought some of these yesterday or the day before. And normally I don't buy these. I eat them, like sometimes I get like a solo one. But these are Cosmic Brownies by Little Debbie's. I have a nickname, the Brownie King. I just ironically just happen to have that available. So I said, hey man, let me give you something else. And I did. So I gave him that, and it made me feel a lot. He was so appreciative. He said thank you a few times, and he definitely was jacked up. He's a muscular dude, And but the whole time I'm thinking, I have my little survival tool next to me, and I'm like, man, please, let's not make this happen. I'm thinking, you have to be, you have to you exercise precaution. Is what I'm trying to say. So I was trying to say use precaution, exercise precaution, but so it actually turned out well. So I was like, whew, you can't always judge a book by its cover, and you have to be safe, but sometimes you have to believe in something. Sometimes it's hot as hell out here. It's like 95 degrees. I think it's supposed to get 96 plus the heat index. So dude's just trying to stay alive, and I can respect that. I know that feeling all too well. So anyway, just thought I'd share that story. I'm not looking for a pat on the back. I just thought, like, sometimes literally as I was sharing this story, it's like, I guess the title is going to be, you can't always judge a book. Yeah, I can't even talk. So flustered. Can't always judge people, the way you think they could be. They could be good people. Like, I don't know what he's going to do. Dude's just looking for a bottle of water, literally. And I'm thinking he's going to potentially cause me harm. Or are we going to get into a conflict where somebody could, be hurt? And I'm so grateful that did not happen. Anyway, somebody else is slow rolling by me in a truck that seems to have been here for a little while. I guess they just like observing the area, learning the area. But anyway, yeah, so you can't always judge a book by its cover. I did that out of precaution. So in this case, it worked out. It makes me feel more obligated to continue to help homeless people. It's kind of weird. Like, I have no problem helping homeless people. I try and do that all the time. But I feel more comfortable when I try to gracefully approach them. But when I'm approached by people, it feels awkward. I feel like my senses go to high alert. You just never know, because there's just having a lot of information on like crime background and like law enforcement type situations. There's a lot of people, what they do is they send it's a setup, one person, and then they try and talk to you, and another person will circle around them. Next thing you know, you could have a gun to your head or something like that. So you have to be really, really, like I always preach, even when I'm just out there hiking or outdoors, keep your head on a swivel. Same thing when being approached by a homeless person. So I try and do that. So I'm always kind of looking around, looking in my rear view mirror and stuff like that. I'm not as buff as I once was. I hope in the upcoming months I can get back to being closer to where I once was. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that story. It's nothing. I helped somebody today thinking, we could be in conflict, and I feel bad for that. So please forgive me for having those thoughts. It's just trying to stay alive and stay safe. So this is life outdoors. It's not always about camping. Sometimes it's about staying alive. So anyway, that's it, folks. Keep supporting the veterans, and more information coming about that soon. Thank you.